This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 59. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 80 weapons. Bravo. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. All day, dog.
Hey, dude. On 1st and 10, Gordon. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
18. That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
54 Mike.
Oh, you got deep? Hit it.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go, go, go.
And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Head up. 30 base. 54. Line 50. X3. 218. Chopper.
You got nothing.
Hey, zoom.
Come on, switch it. Mike 54. Mike 50.
To throw on 2nd down. Gordon. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now.
2nd and 5. And this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 43.
Back to throw, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Get that ball. Check 24.
Throwing is Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returning is Peppers. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here I come. Here I come.
Smith.
Here I come. Slam. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready, set. Hey, orbit.
Check 59. Mike is 15. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey. High 7.
54. Mike, 54.
Two.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one.
He's down. 50, plant. Check, 61, matchbox, lights.
From the gun on third down, Gordon. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready, break.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the back.
Off play action. Gordon. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run it with Kamara. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They come out here in the I. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On the carry, it's Davis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Under 10, under 10, 10, 20.
To throw is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Peppers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Now a play fake here on first down. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Play 56. Mike, 56. Hey, what's 8? Check 99. Check 99.
Back to the air. Newton on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long.
56 to Mike. 56. 8. 56. 56 right there. 56.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. On fourth down, Newton. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The final shot before break. Gordon. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 31. Check 31. Kill.
Now it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth.
56. Right there. Great. Here we go.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. 5.
Right there.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Gordon. He finds Latavius Murray. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? Hey, exit.
Watch QB drop. Hey, watch set. Let's go.
To throw on third down. Gordon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check.
20.
Silver.
On second down, Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To the set. 180.
Check 56. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. To escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the side. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Murray. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Got it.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Here I come.
On 1st down, Murray. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check safety, check safety.
To throw on 2nd down, Gordon. Open is Swain, the tight end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the
Gun. 8.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike, 56, right there.
Great.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Drop deep. Mike, 56.
Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Gordon. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. It's a party. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
56. Check 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 8. 56. Mike, 56. Watch the block. Watch the block. Watch the block. Watch the block. Watch the block.
Now it's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
20.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
That's it. Look at it.
56. Check 56.
Gun.
Right 56. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Express.
56. 56.
Newton to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Now Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, they should have known. They should have known.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They go with Murray again. And he's not going to get out of the end zone. Murray is taken down for the safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.